Guten Tag, mes amis, wie geht's? C'est moi, Dieter. Ich bin Dieter. This is free, super free exercise free lesson, excuse me, number 11. Elf in German and, I don't know, these, ons, is it? I forget what it is in French. Anyway, free exercise 11. And Dieter's going to share with you, Dieter took lessons very briefly when he was young. Gave up because basically I couldn't practice because my older brother we had one guitar and my older brother had it all the time. And I've said before, I highly recommend getting a nylon string guitar to start with, even though I didn't. I started on a murderous guitar, steel string guitar, and then we went to electric guitars and bass. I got my own nylon string guitar, I think when I was 18 or 19, after I've been working a while. I've got big mitts, you can probably tell. So maybe that's why I like it. It's a personal thing, but anyway, I digress like I always do. So I'm not a big Beatles fan. I got nothing against them. I'm just more a Rolling Stones kind of guy. I like all different kinds of things. But the first song I learned to play at lessons very poorly was I think that's about as good as I ever played it. So anyway, it's Ticket to Ride. And when I do covers, I was in a band once and I was arguing with the lead guitar player, because I was the bass player and occasional singer. And he would stop me and get really mad halfway through the things, because he always tried to, if we were doing a cover of something, he always tried to do it like note for note. And I never did. It's just like if I wanna hear the Wall album, I'll put on Pink Floyd, because we still have that stuff. I don't want to hear, no matter how well. I'm very serious about this. No matter, just doesn't interest me. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing covers really exceptionally well, even note for note, but it just doesn't interest me. Because if the original is there, that's what I want to see. Like, I remember I was a big Chicago fan for their first couple albums, and I think they really went downhill after Terry Kath died. And I remember once I made a comment on something, and I said, and this guy was just going, "Oh, this is so great." Now, obviously, he was a young person that probably wasn't even alive when Terry Kath was born, and I just said, and I wasn't nasty in my comment. I said, "Well, no, you have to listen to Terry Kath." And he was like, "Who the F are you?" I go, "Well, I grew up listening to them. That was the second album that I bought with my hard-earned money, was Chicago 2. So, that's the thing with the internet. Knee-jerk reactions, right? It's I've just learned to live with it, so I don't let that stuff get me down. But anyway, so I just never really ever do a cover like the original. So anyway, I said to this guy, because he was pissing me off. I mean, I thought that the bass thing that I was playing was good. It was a little different, And he said, "That's not how Roger Waters plays it, right?" We were doing a Pink Floyd song. I said, "Look," I said, "I'm not bleeding Roger Waters, and you're not effing David Gilmour. So give it a rest, man." Right? Anyway. It's just my opinion, right? So I do this kind of version of Ticket to Ride, and I think it's kind of cool. I'll show you how I do it. How I start. Now that's my intro, and I'm playing a G7 chord here, like this. And I start up here on the 14th fret and slide all the way down to here, because I started as a bass player, so I start at the 14th, slide all the way down and go. friend in the United States, that's a slur. That's a slur. They call them hammer-ons, but it's a slur. I hit the note once. So all these other notes are slurs. That's a glissando when you slide down. Glissando, say it with detail, glissando. So everybody, can you see that? So that's the first part of lesson 11. Ticket to Ride, whether you like it or not. If you don't like that song and you don't like this, my version of it, then watch something else. We do that 3 times. Dita's a liar. We do it 4 times. So I'm going to check this video, see if you can see that clearly enough, and then we'll go on to lesson 12. Wiedersehen.